Hi again. So we left off last time just realizing that wherever you stand, either here or over here, by the way, you never stand over here with trigonometry. With right angle trigonometry, you're always standing at these angles, which are called acute angles, and everything depends on where you're standing. So this side is opposite if you are standing right here, if you remember, okay? And this side over here, it's adjacent. This side is always that's right, the hypotenuse. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to three special trig ratios. One is called sine, and that should really say, I can't really fix the spelling. I'll put a little e there. That's going to look messy though. No, I don't like it. It doesn't look good. The sine is, there's three special trig ratios, and the first one's called sine. Have you noticed that on your calculator? This is the word sine. Some people call it sin, but it's really pronounced sine. But anyway, sine, we have cosine, and the last one we have to step up is one called the tangent ratio. Okay? So sine, cosine, and tangent. All three of them deal with different sides of the triangle. So if you are standing right here, sine would be opposite. I'll put the alien where the opposite is, over the hypotenuse, which is where the dog is. Okay? So if you had to write that out, if you asked what the sine of where you're standing is, you'd put the sine of you, where you're standing, is equal to the alien. I don't want to draw the alien again. The alien over the puppy dog. Okay? So the sine is the alien over the dog. I hope that's not too confusing. If you are standing over here and they said, what is sine? Well, you'd look back up here again and you'd say, sine means opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite, in this case, I should draw another character here. I'll put a happy face. There we go. I'll shrink it down. Shrink it down. There we go. Okay. I've got a good idea. Watch this. Where's the infinite cloner? There it is. Oh dear. Infinite cloner. Is that it? Do you see it anywhere? There it is. Let's do that for this guy. You staying with me? And then let's do that for this guy. Let's make him infinite cloner. Okay. Watch this. This will be cool. Alright, so if you're talking about the sine of where you are standing right now, you look back up here again and you say, hey, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Sine is opposite, right there, over the hypotenuse, which is, again, that dog. Okay? Now in trigonometry, we're not putting dogs and happy faces and aliens on the triangles. We're going to be dealing with numbers. But right now, I just wanted to get you used to the idea that you're creating a special ratio every time you do trigonometry. So let's undo these things here. Oops, the infinite cloner disappeared. Okay, so let's say we were talking cosine now, of where you're standing right here. Cosine. Cosine is adjacent over the hypotenuse. Where is adjacent from where you're standing? Good. So adjacent, you'd write that there. Whatever number happened to be there, you'd write on top. And on the bottom, you'd put the hypotenuse, which again is that dog. Okay? And lastly, let's move your guy. If you were standing here and we said, what is the tangent of where you are standing? What's the tangent of this angle right here? You'd say, hey, that's opposite over adjacent. So opposite is right across, and adjacent is right here. Opposite over adjacent. And that's tangent. Okay? What you will be doing in reality is, I can't even delete these. You'll actually be dealing with numbers when you do these for real. Let's say this is 15, and let's say this is 12, and this is 10, or no, 14. And then if I said, what is the sine of this angle where you're standing right here? What's the sine? You'd say sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so you'd write it out. Sine of this angle is 12 over 15. Okay, and how to deal with that is done in the next video, which is, it's actually called the review of right angle trigonometry. But it actually talks about what you do at this point when you have the 12 over the 15. So I'm not going to repeat that right now. I'm just going to let that video take over. But this is just an introduction to the ratios, sine, cosine, and tangent, and how to set things up when you're given a triangle and you have to set up a ratio. Okay? And that's all for this video. Thanks.